Hey everyone, I'm Mine, and this is set number 75810, the Upside Down from the LEGO Stranger Things theme. Or I guess I could say this set is the LEGO Stranger Things theme, because there really isn't any other sets aside from one Comic-Con exclusive. This is a D2C set released last year in 2019, and if you don't know what D2C is, this means you can only find it at LEGO stores and on LEGO.com. It's a direct-to-consumer set, and I have to say it's one of the most creative builds I've ever built. This set was sent to me by the LEGO group, but all opinions expressed in this video are my own. So the design of this set, this is the same house twice. You essentially build this set twice. It's the Byers house from Stranger Things, built normally and built in the Upside Down, where you build it literally the same way but mirrored, and then you flip it upside down, connect it to the bottom here. It's built out of like blues and grays instead of the normal colors up here, and it's got like all these leaves and vines on it. But it's a really creative way to like do a set, and how it literally does stand upside down underneath the actual building. It's a really sturdy build too. Like you can move it around quite a bit and it's not going to fall apart. It's really sturdy, really well done, and it looks incredible. I assume most people would want to display the upside down as the upside down part, but if you want this part to be right side up, you can actually do that because this set is reversible. If you grab the entire house, you can pick it up and you can turn it all the way around and it can still stand up just like it could before, except now the upside down will be on top, so you can display this as like the main thing you're seeing rather than the bottom here. And that's really cool. And look, even Hopper's car stays on. You do have to be careful about that. That can fall off if you nudge it too much because it's only hung on by one Technic pin. But even that, like, it's really cool how that's done. And you can see on the top side, you've got these blues, dark blues. You've got the Demogorgon, you got Will Byers up here. And it's just really cool. And you can see all these little vines and everything right here. It's really, really cool looking. And then if you turn this set around, you can see the identical mirrored sections are the same. And on the other side, you've got this chair on both sides, you've got this old table, you've got the bed, the boombox even. Like, every little bit of each of these builds exists on both the top and the bottom, both in the Upside Down and the real world. And I think that's really, really cool how that looks. Like, it's a great translation from here to here. And they definitely look like the same building, just this one's all dark and spooky and scary, and in the Upside Down, well, this is just a normal house. And I think that's super creative, super cool, and it looks great. But that's about as much as I could show you from out here, so let's pick up the camera and get in a little closer. So here is the top version of the house, the regular version. As you can see, Hopper's car is right here. I'll take that off so we can take a look at that right before we look at the minifigures, but we'll remove that for now. You can see there's the little Technic pin it's connected to. It's just got these holes in the bottom of the car itself, and you can connect it there, and that allows Hopper's car to stay on when the build is upside down. We'll move Hopper and Joyce as well. We'll look at them when we take a look at the minifigures. But you can see there's a bunch of little things around here. You got like these stones around here, which is also where Hopper's car connects. It's on one of these stones. You've got these two trees on each side. These are what are used as the supports to hold the build up if you have it upside down, and I think they work really well. They do just look like normal trees, and they look really good. That's a really like intricate and detailed build that's also serves the function, which is really cool to see how they did that. But yeah, that's how they do them. You can see this little stone path right here, which is really cute. I really like how they did that. It's just simple, a couple little tile pieces, but it adds a lot of dimension to this like otherwise pretty flat area, and even like these little few discolored pieces right here just gives a lot more life to this build, and I really appreciate that instead of just having one flat green color across this entire bit. On the front deck here, you can see you have a chair, a little table, the house number 149, a little doormat that's like slightly ajar, which again gives us some life that's not just all rigid and straight. Like just having that tilted slightly just brings a little life into this that it wouldn't have otherwise. You've got a bucket, you've got like a bigger seat that could fit maybe two people. Well, not two actual minifigures, but it's wider than a one-person seat. Another little table, and then you have this little swing right here, which actually does swing back and forth, so that's really cute. It uses like the old car wheel attachment pieces, but instead it just uses these bars on it to attach to a swing. That's really cool. The windows have like newspapers covering them up. I haven't watched Stranger Things Season 1 in a while, so I don't remember if that's a reference to something, because I don't really remember newspapers in the windows, but I assume that is the thing. But yeah, those are all printed pieces. It's the same printed piece on all of them, and there's some on the sides as well, but yeah, that's where they are. As I start to turn this around, you can see this old missing poster for Barbara right here on the back, on the side of this tree. And you can get a better look at the side of that tree, and then you have some like stickered bricks on the side of the house right here. I misspoke earlier, there isn't any more newspapers on the side up here. And then here's the back of the house. You can see we have Will's room, I believe, with the bed right here. He's got a little boombox. He's got a little like staff in there, I guess the fez is supposed to represent a lamp. You got another desk lamp right there. Just a bunch of detail on the wall. You can see like this poster, which is very clearly inspired by Jaws right here. See, it says shark, and it has a shark coming up to eat a woman who's swimming. It's very clearly a Jaws reference, but that's cute. You got the phone on the wall right here, like in the show that Joyce used to contact Will. A few picture frames. You've got all the lights right here with the alphabet. That's how Will contacted Joyce. And you've got some more lights strung up right here to give, because that's a sticker right there, but this actually gives it 3-dimension by having these lights up right here. You have Will's hat. You have a picture up there. Right in here, you have this tile of the Mind Flayer to represent Will's drawing of it. This is just right here in this pile. It's a stickered piece, but it's a nice reference to Season 2 of the show, since the set is mostly based on Season 1. And there is that wizard's hat that was right there. You could just put this on top of a normal minifigure head and it fits perfectly. It's just a minifigure accessory piece. There's also a little camera up here. Right here we have like a missing poster for Will. It was right here on this desk. With this little chair right here to fit a few figures to sit. That's pretty cool. There's this little bit on the floor, which I don't remember what this is supposed to represent. It's not on the other side, which is interesting. This is probably a reference to something in the show, and if someone knows, please let me know in the comments, but I couldn't determine what that reference was off the top of my head, so I'm not exactly sure what these clips on the floor represent. But anyway, those are there. And then in this room, finally, we have this green chair. We've got some like curtains on the side. We have a little stickered tile, which represents the rule book for Dungeons & Dragons. Obviously, it doesn't say D&D on the front. It just says rules and then a picture of a dragon. But if you've seen Stranger Things, you know what it's supposed to represent. There's another little sticker in there that says Xmas, and that's the show. That's the show with the box that the lights all came out of, the Christmas light box. That makes sense. A couple more boxes right there, and then right here we have a little axe. But that's about it for the upper level, or almost, actually. Let me actually turn off my lamp real quick, because while this isn't a great shot, I push in right here, there's a light brick, and that illuminates the letters to represent like the little light bulbs lighting up, and I think that's super fun. I'm not always a huge fan of light bricks, like they don't always look great, but this looks super cool and it really fits Stranger Things, and I love that a lot. Now here is the upside down version of the house. As you'd see, it's mostly identical, other than the colors and the fact that it's mirrored. Like the 149 was over here before, now it's over here, and that's so that it lines up with the thing underneath, because if you move down 149 and 149, door. So if they made it like not mirrored, the door and 149 would still be over here, and it would create those weird like disjointedness. So that's why the upside down version is a mirrored version of the house, but I think that's really cool and I think it looks great. You may notice, other than the colors, there's a few very obvious differences. There's these leaves scattered all throughout. The path is a lot more disheveled. You've got these little like tile pieces here. These are rounded tiles, and then the stone tiles are blue instead of the gray. Yeah, you got those leaves all throughout. You've got these little black pieces. You got these vines coming up here. We have these bits dripping down. Like, it definitely looks a lot dirtier, a lot less civilized, a lot spookier, which is exactly what it's supposed to do. And I think they did a really great job designing this and make it match the other side, but still like give it its own unique feeling. And I think they did an incredible job with that. Same furniture on the outside. We have the chair, the table, the bigger chair, another table, and then even the swing is identical, just different colors to represent the upside down. And then these vines that I mentioned before are actually just the whip piece, which is tied around up here and connected up there, and I think that's a really great use of that piece, and it looks really good. The trees on the side are very similar build, except the bark is black and brown, and the leaves are blue and dark brown. And then they have like these seaweed pieces coming down, which are meant to represent like vines and tendrils and just like ooze coming down, and I think that looks super cool and super spooky. And you see you got these dripping bits right here, just like the house has. Super cool design, and as you can see, like it matches with the other side, and these are also used to be supports to hold up the entire build up here. And then moving to the inside, as you can see, it's the same thing. It's the same house but mirrored. You've got the light bulbs on the walls. You've got Will's room. You've got the other room with just the chair. But you can see it's like made to be a lot spookier. You have like these little rounded tiles on the floor just to give it like that spooky looking feel, and then everything is like this gray and blue color scheme rather than the bright vibrant colors of down here. Unfortunately, there is no light brick on this side. I guess it makes sense for the upside down not to have the lights actually working, but there's no light brick here. There's also no hat or drawings or camera even, like none of the stuff in the attic is here, which I think that's a little strange. It would have been really cool if we got the hat down here in a gray color. I think that would have been awesome, but unfortunately we did not. You can see the Christmas lights are covered by some leaves, which looks pretty cool. Boombox is actually still here, which is interesting. The staff in the corner is still there. Even the Jaws poster is still there, but it's in this gray color, and it's like tattered and torn. Beds is like black color. The missing Will Byers tile is right here, but as you can see, it's tattered and torn just like the poster, and it's in gray instead of white. The Xmas box is in the back there, but it's black instead of the brown. And right here, we still have the D&D rules, but once again, they're turned gray, and it's more tattered and worn, and it's just lost all color to it. And I think that's really cool how they even incorporate a lot of just the accessories from the this side of the house to right here. They've got the phone, they've got these picture frames which are tattered and torn. Like, it's really cool how they translate all that. I just wish they went all the way and did the hat and everything too, because that would have cemented this as incredible. But even still, it's really great how it is. Oh, and to show you the side of the house, you can see the bricks have like these vines and like tendrils coming out of them. They're even coming out the side of the house. And then the Barbara missing poster is on the upside down version as well. But once again, it's in grayscale and it's tattered and torn and like destroyed, unlike the normal version, which is just a regular old poster. Here's a closer look at Hopper's car. You can see it says Hawkins Police Department right there. That's just a sticker, but that's stickered on both sides. It's just got 4 wheels, like a standard car. It moves back and forth like your standard LEGO car or actual car. Some interesting building techniques were used here to give this hood like a little bit of shaping in it. Like it's raised up a little bit, but not even like a full plate's worth. And that's really creative parts usage right there, and I think it looks really good. We've got some gold bar pieces and silver right here. We've got like windshields, and in the back you have a pumpkin for some reason. And you can remove this top section with like the flashing police lights. You can remove that entirely, and you can see into the vehicle. These windows actually open strangely. I don't think they're supposed to, but they do. You can push in and open up the windows, and you can see inside there's like a little seat for Hopper to sit in, and then there's a pumpkin in the back here, which you can remove, and you can replace that with a minifigure or something else you want to carry in the trunk. But yeah, that's what's in there to start. And then the set comes with Will's bike, which is just a black Lego bike. Like, what do you want me to say about it? It's a black Lego bike. Nothing much to see there, but it's cool that it's included. This set also contains a little stand to house the figures so you can display them in front of the set. The only issue is there's only 4 spots on the stand, and as you can see, I've got all the kids who weren't in the upside down on it right now, but that's not all the figures in the set. There's 8 figures in the set. There's these 4, but then there's also Will, Joyce, Hopper, and the Demogorgon, and you just can't fit them here, so I think it's kind of strange. I like the stickered piece that says Stranger Things right here, but other than that, like, it's weird that it doesn't fit all 8 figures. If they like made it further back and so it could fit all 8, or if they made it longer so it could fit all 8, that would be cool. But since it only fits 4, I really don't feel inclined to display the figures on it, because if I already have to display 4 on the set, I might as well display all 8 on the set. So that's what I've been doing. But speaking of minifigures, here's a closer look at those first 4 minifigures included in this set. We have 11, Mike, Dustin, and Lucas. These are some high quality minifigures, I have to say. All of them have exclusive face prints, exclusive torso prints, and they all come with mid-legs, which I've never seen those legs used outside of Harry Potter, so that's cool to see it used in another theme. Dustin here also has a brand new hair-hat combo piece, which is an awesome looking piece, though I feel like a lot of the minifigure budget went just into that hair-hat combo, because a lot of the other ones suffer a little bit from that. Because as cool as all the exclusive parts are, they're not the best representations of the characters. Well, some of them are. This does a pretty good job capturing 11 in her wig. I just wish they did a different version of her, because she only wore her wig for a short portion of the show, so I don't know, this is an odd variant to do it for her. You can see she's got the black, you can see her blue jacket from the back, and yeah, spinning her around. It's a good looking figure, don't get me wrong, but it's just not my favorite variant of her that they could do. And then you can take her wig off, so you can just make her bald, and that, it still fits the character, and they intend for you to do that because she doesn't come with an alternate face, but I don't know. Giving her like some short hair or something I think would have worked better than giving her the blonde wig, but for what they decided to do, this is good. She's got this pink skirt piece, which I'm not usually a fan of skirt pieces, but this one actually works pretty well, and then just plain white mid-legs underneath, and yeah, pretty good looking figure, and she comes with a waffle, which is a nice reference to the show. He uses Cole's hair from Ninjago, and it doesn't really fit the character, I don't think. I don't know what hairpiece would have fit better, but that one just doesn't do it for me. I'm also not a huge fan of his facial expression. It just seems too, I don't know, it just seems strange to me. It doesn't really fit Mike, and it would work as an alternate face, but his alternate face is equally, like, emotive, and I think a more neutral or more, like, happy expression would have worked for the front of his face. So, he's got this really nice torso print, though, with his shirt underneath and his tan jacket over top, and then he's got the mid-legs in dark green, which is a really cool color there. And then turning him around, you can see the back folds in his torso and his jacket, and there's his alternate face where he seems sort of angry and annoyed, and I think that's a really good capture of the actor's face. So I don't mind that. I think that's a really good face print, but the front, he just seems kind of sad, kind of confused. It's just doesn't really sit right with me. Dustin, however, this is pretty much a perfect figure. They did such a good job of capturing his look. His face is super expressive and looks just like the actor that plays him. He's got the big eyebrows, that wide smile. They captured him perfectly. I think they did a really good job of representing Dustin here. I really like his torso with the bright, like, sign in the middle, the orange, and the dark blue with the orange buttons. It's a super cool look. He's also got this printed, like, compass piece right here. I don't remember if that's a reference to something in the show, and I'm not sure if that piece is new for this set, but either way, it's a really cool printed piece, and then he has the walkie-talkie, just like Mike comes with. And then he's got the mid-legs in tan, which is just another cool color to get that piece in. And then turning him around, you can see the orange continues on the back, you can see some creases in his torso, and you can see he's got like the shocked face on the other side, which looks really, really good. It once again captures the actor's personality really well, and I think they did an excellent job designing this figure, and the new hair-hat combo is just like perfect. It makes this guy awesome. Lucas here has some creative parts usage. He uses the bandana headpiece that was like originally introduced from I think a pirate CMF, but instead of having a bald head on top, they actually just painted it in black so it would represent his hair and the bandana around it. But because they decided to do that, I think it makes the figure look a little weird because the face print is a very expressive face and it's the only face he has because the way the bandana works, can't really cover up an alternate face, so that's the only face we have for him. And I feel like that's to its detriment. I feel like we need a more neutral expression for Lucas, and because there isn't a ton of like Lego heads out there with this skin tone, it's not really easy to replace it with another like child's face with that skin tone. So you're really stuck with this face for Lucas, and I don't think it looks good. So as creative as the headband part usage is, I think they would have been better off giving him a hairpiece and giving him a dual-sided face. That being said, he's got probably my favorite torso of these four. That's a super cool looking torso. This like dark red jacket with the blue underneath, and he's got a little belt below it. Really cool design. I love how that looks. He's also got the new slingshot piece, which is the Simpsons slingshot piece in gray with a yellow band, and I think that's a really cool recolor, and I like that a lot. And I showed this real quickly when turning him around, but yeah, the jacket looks really cool from the back, and he's got like that fur at the top. Really awesome design. I love that jacket piece, and I hope they use it again in other figures, because even though it's designed for Lucas here, it's a really, really cool design. And then here's the other four figures in this set. We have Will Byers, Hopper, Joyce Byers, and the Demogorgon. Will, just like Dustin, I think they did an excellent job at capturing. He uses this brand new mold for his hair, and I think it represents his hair really well. There's a lot of bowl cut hair pieces that already exist, so they really easily could have gone with an existing one, but they chose to mold a new one for this set, and it was the right choice. It represents Will really well, like it's perfect. It looks straight out of the show, and it translates to the figure really well, and I hope we get to see that piece in other colors at some point. They did a great job of capturing his look, too. It looks just like the actor. He's got the little mole on the side of his face, and even the expression, like, it looks just like him. I think they did a really great job. Torso reminds me a lot of Marty McFly from Back to the Future, but it also does a great job of representing the outfit Will is wearing in Stranger Things. Really good, really cool piece. And then he's got these bright blue mid-legs, which, again, really cool to get that piece in that color. Hopper, I have to say, is a bit disappointing. As, like, high quality as these minifigures are, he's just okay. He's got a nice looking torso print, but then everything else is just eh. I don't think the face does the greatest job of capturing the actor's look. The hat really could have used a new mold if it was molded with the hair, because Hopper really, like, he looks bald without his hair underneath, so it would have been cool to have a hat-hair combo mold for there. And while the other figures really didn't need leg printing, I think Hopper really could have used it to have some, like, pockets or something, and, like, maybe a belt, because he is a cop, so I'm not a huge fan of this figure, unfortunately, because even as much as I like his character in the show, this is just disappointing to see. Joyce is awesome, though. They did an excellent job capturing her. I love her red and yellow striped shirt, and then the olive green jacket over top of it. And then the face captures Winona Ryder's look perfectly. The Hermione hairpiece works perfectly for her, too. Really great job designing this figure, and you can see she has an accessory, which is Will's drawing of himself as a wizard, and it's got like a Lego skull on it because they like translate it into a minifigure instead of just like recreating his drawing from the show, which I think is really cool that like they keep that Lego aesthetic there. And unlike Hopper, I don't think she needs leg printing. Obviously, it would be appreciated, but she's wearing a simple enough outfit where like it doesn't really stand out to me. Like, no leg printing is fine there. And then finally, we have the Demogorgon, which is an awesome looking figure. He's got these brand new like head mold, well, like hat mold, I guess, because he does have a normal standard minifigure head underneath that's just open and it's screaming. It's got like all those teeth inside. Super cool. And then you can see he's got like this alien torso, and he uses like the gremlin legs, like these I forget what those were originally used on. It was used on a CMF, and yeah, it looks super cool. He uses the Wolverine claws in the same color to like represent actual claws. Awesome looking design. There they are with their hairs and accessories removed. You can see the Demogorgon has like the closed up face underneath, and I don't think that looks great. I understand what they were going for there, but it doesn't really fit with the standard minifigure head. It just looks a little strange to me, but I don't mind that because you can always have the attachment on top. I really don't feel like I'm missing out on the closed up Demogorgon head. Yeah, the minifigure head just doesn't really work for me there. Joyce, you can see her eyebrows a little bit better. Really nice design. And same with Will here. You can see his expression a little bit better. And then here are their back torso prints. Will's got this like scared face, which once again I think fits him really well, especially if you put the hair on. It looks just like the actor, which is really impressive that they did that in LEGO. Hopper has no alternate face because, as I said, because he doesn't have a hair-hat combo, he just looks bald, and that also prevents him from having an alternate face, which is really disappointing. I'm like super disappointed by that minifigure as a whole. It could have been a lot better. Joyce, though, you can see her jacket printing on her back, and she's got an alternate face, which is really good. She looks scared and worried, and that fits her character in the show. Like, I think they did a great job there. It looks just like her. And then the Demogorgon just has, like, shoulder blades and everything. Nothing all too important there. So overall, do I recommend this set? 100% yes. Like, I like the Stranger Things show, but I'm not the biggest fan in the world. But when I saw this set, I was like, wow, that's incredible. I really, really want that. Now, it's expensive. Like, that's why I didn't get it till now. I was lucky enough to be able to get it through the LEGO Ambassador Network, which, thank you, LEGO. I greatly appreciate that. But I'm so happy I did, because this is one of the most unique builds I've ever seen. The minifigure selection's incredible. It does a great job of representing what it's supposed to be in the show, but even just as a set, just having two houses, one upside down and connected, and they're held up like that, like, that's really unique and ambitious, and it's just a great addition to any LEGO collection, even if you're not a Stranger Things fan. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And let me know if you'd like to see more Stranger Things sets, because I think that'd be really cool to see, though I don't know if we ever will get more. But I'd like to at least get the rest of the main characters, because we don't have enough of them here. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please press like and subscribe if you're new. I do LEGO videos like this every single day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!